Good morning, Tracy. This is Mr. Wong. Okay, this is the second part of the lesson today. Um, your homework today will be on question 7 to question 12. Question 7 to 10 is MCQ, so I'll leave it to you to do. But question 11 and 12, I want to at least go through review the question stem first, so you have a better idea on what is the question all about before you proceed to do the questions. All right, so let's start with question 12 or question 11. So Ray sets up an experiment below to test the strength of three strings. So let's highlight this part. Test the strength. So this is the aim of the experiment. Okay. So in every experiment there's an aim. The aim is the purpose. Okay. So this is the aim. The aim is to test the strength of the three strings. Okay. So the aim of this experiment is to test the strength of the three strings that is made of different material. So this is a material question. There are three strings X, Y, Z, and I want to test the strength. And then let's break down what you mean by strength. When we say test the strength, means whether it can break or it can tear easily. In this case, is whether if it breaks easily. Okay, so always break down these words. You might just read through them. Okay, but the idea behind is very deep. Okay, so I have an experiment. I want to test the strength of three strings X, Y, Z of different materials, and when I say test strength, it means whether it breaks easily or not. So I have a setup here. I have three strings. I have X, I have Y, I have Z, all connected to this bar, and now I'm putting my marbles on it. Okay, maybe one by one. So Ray places marbles of equal weight, so the marbles he used are the same. So this one I never change. I use the same mass of the marbles. I put onto each pen until each one breaks. So this one links back to your concept of strength as a property until each one breaks. Then he records the observation in the table below. So this table is very important because you need to make sense of this table. Okay, so when you see this, when you read this table, string X, it takes 20 marbles before it breaks. String Y, it takes 13 marbles before it breaks. String Z, it takes 35 marbles before it breaks. What does this number tell you? Remember, you're testing for strength. So ask yourself as you go through this question, what do these numbers tell you? About the strength of the strings. Okay, so as you are going through the questions, think about these questions. You see numbers. So what do these numbers tell you about the strength of the strings? Okay, so when X has 20, when Y has 13, when Z has 35 marbles before it breaks, these numbers, what does it tell you about the strength of the strings? And once you know the relative strength of the strings, which one is strongest, which one is weakest, and you will write it down so as to remind yourself what do these numbers mean, or else every time you stare back at these numbers you have to rethink again, which costs you a lot of time. So once again, it's about breaking of the string, is about strength. So for strength, there is two words you can use to describe. One is strong, one is weak, and this is what you have learned before. Okay, so something that is strong, something that has a lot of strength is strong, something that don't have a lot of strength is weak. Okay, so looking at the numbers, tell yourself what can you say about the strength of the strings, which string is stronger, which string is weaker. Okay, and then with that understanding you can answer the questions below. So spend time to understand the diagram, the question before going on to the question. It's very important that you understand before you move on. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the answer yet. I'm going to let you try. Just going to guide you through the understanding part of the question. Now let's go to question 12. Okay, this is another question. Okay, up to here. All right, I have 4 different types of fabric. Okay, I know it's a fabric. Okay, X, W, X, Y, Z. So once again, fabric. What do you know about fabric? Okay, I know fabric is not waterproof. And what does it mean by not waterproof? It means it will absorb water. Okay, so all these ideas must come out and you must write it down so that you have an idea. You can paint the whole picture. Okay, it will absorb water. Okay, so once you write all this down, right, it will help you paint the bigger picture of the question. Okay, so I have 4 different materials. I dip it into water. As you can see, it's color water, so I can see where the how much the fabric actually absorbs the water. Same size. Yeah, I didn't choose a big size, small size one. All are same size, same length into a tray of color water. So after 10 minutes, I measure the level of water absorbed by each of the fabric. Okay, so once again, it ties in with what you have learned in the textbook or in the lesson. Fabric absorbs water. So now you have to make sense of the different levels. So I have W that only absorb this much, X that only absorb this much, Y only absorb this much, Z has only absorbed this much. So again, like the previous question, ask yourself, what does the level or what does what do the amount of water absorbed by the fabric tell us about the fabric? Okay, what does the amount of water absorbed tell us about about the different fabric? Okay, so this is not for fun. This is not purposely drawn like that for no reason. There's a reason why it's drawn like that. They are all at different levels. So think about it. What do this amount of water that is being absorbed tell us about the different fabric? Okay, which one absorbs most water, which one absorbs least water, which also means which one is more waterproof, which one is less waterproof. Actually, all of them, are they waterproof? The answer is no, because all of them absorb water. It's just some are more absorbent, some are less absorbent. Okay, so you realize for this question they are not waterproof already. Okay, but I cannot use waterproof on in this question because all of them are not waterproof because they absorb water. So it's just which one is more absorbent, which one is less absorbent. So having this understanding, go and try to answer the question. Okay, so always spend time understanding the question. Think about what do these different levels mean for the different fabric that is being used. Okay, so having the understanding for question 11 and 12, you go try and answer the open-ended question, and tomorrow we'll go through the answers. See you tomorrow.